Hello, and welcome to Twenties Aplenty, and our weekly campaign, the Headhunter Chronicles, a D&D adventure involving random people that met on the internet. This week, the group have dinner with Marcus's family before escorting Harmony back to Dragonsfoot. If you enjoyed today's session, please remember to like and subscribe. Either way, we'd love to know what you think, so please leave a comment below. And with that, we hope you enjoyed today's session.
We travel and roll, our intentions are good. Maybe we fight, at times polite. It's DnD.
When last we set off, we joined the group mid-battle. They'd finished off pretty much everybody that they were fighting, which was a group of lizard folks and Ettins in the Green Dragon Tavern, which was at the beginning of a big cavern. A tavern in a cavern. And there was one Ettin remaining, and it took one hit from Marcus's crossbow because the Ettin itself was on top of a stone pillar. It loosed his bolt. It went flying through the air and caught the Ettin between the eyes of one of its heads, killing it. At that point, Mordash declared his pleasure that they'd passed his test and encouraged them to go and face the Black Dragon Umam in his homeland. However, the group argued that they don't fight for free and they wanted payment for the battle that they just had. Mordash didn't answer, so they followed the tunnel, finding him outside in a circular chasm with overgrown plants and such, and a bunch of lizard folk. Mordash was in dragon form, sat on top of a pile of gold and other treasures. "How dare you," he announced. Before he could set his minions upon the group, Lucy fired a couple of eldritch blasts in his direction, and the fight ensued. The lizard folk were finished off relatively quickly. Amanita summoned a tiger. Korsk used his pipes of haunting to make some of them run. Mordash used his poison breath on the group, but luckily they'd had all bar Cleo had some resistance to poison potions. Cleo took the brunt of it. The group attacked Mordash from range. Marcus approached him. Little known to the group, Mordash was starting to get into trouble at this point. He picked up Marcus and flew 70 feet in the air before dropping him to the ground. Korsk, thinking quickly, cast Featherfall and allowed Marcus to land on his feet with no damage. Marcus then lifted his crossbow and fired a bolt up, piercing one of Mordash's wings. Mordash circled and slumped to the ground, turned back into the little old man he had been before, and declared, "Please, no more." The group ordered Mordash to reverse the curse that he'd put on Marcus. Then Mordash flew off. The group searched Mordash's hoard, found a number of treasures, mainly gold, but jewels as well. And most interesting, a skull made of silvery wood that had obviously been somehow grown, and inside was an organic, jewel that glowed bioluminescent blue, making its eyes light up. On the way back through the cavern to the tavern, the group came across some whimpering noises. Varric turned his light in their direction to find a number of scrawny-looking elves whimpering. They claimed to be homeless and that Mordash had taken them in. After the coming of the previous age, they'd found that all the land had been taken by others and they had nowhere for their tribe to locate, until they stumbled upon Mordash's land many years later. And Mordash invited them in, allowed them to live there in comfort in exchange for tribute. Then the Black Shadow came, and Mordash and the elves and the lizard folk and all other beings that followed Mordash were cast out of the forest. They wandered, searching for a new place to settle, until they found quiet wood to the southeast of Woodsedge. There they settled. Mordash slowly tried to build his power to match Umam's, so they could go back and defeat the Black Shadow. The group then headed to the bar area. Varric recovered his 10 gold pieces that he'd previously spent on drinks, and they acquired some of the, quote, cheesy sock water. At that point, the fumes or the actual taste of the drink made Amanita's tiger vomit. The group headed back to the cart and Pepe, who was threatened for not making breakfast, and then overdosed on caffeine as they made their way back north towards Woodsedge. Apart from wings overhead for a time, the journey back to Woodsedge was fairly uneventful. Upon reaching Woodsedge, they noticed that a number of new houses had been built. And that was beyond the house that Marcus's father and Jules were building for Marcus's family. A number of tents had been pitched outside the Morning Wood Inn, and first thing the group did was Varric was looking for blacksmiths. Lucy chuckled at him, knowing that Marcus's father was a blacksmith, so they went towards the house, but found a blacksmith shop along the way. Jules, Marcus's friend, had become Marcus's father's apprentice and was there hammering away. Marcus's dad disappeared into town at that point. Varric wanted his dagger sharpened. After that, they headed to the tavern. Marcus headed off to see his parents. Varric met his soulmate, Captain Margan, the drunken captain that is piloting the airship. After a number of drinks, the group, except for Varric, Korsk, and Margan, headed back to the ship. They met Latz at that point, who examined the ascension crystal that the group had repaired, and then discussed going to Dragonsfoot, and he agreed to take the group, but said that they probably need to pay Margan and his crew another 5,000 gold pieces to man the ship. And then Marcus, Varric, and Korsk all joined the group at the ship. It's probably mid-afternoon at this point. Marcus has informed the group that his family have invited them all to dinner. What would you like to do in the meantime?
So, we're supposed to be going for dinner, did you say, with
Marcus's parents.
Kiduki? I'd probably say Korsk is like looking around the ship, making sure it's sturdy, and he with this type of captain, he doesn't feel very safe, and he's probably gone. Like I said, is Lance? Is it? I believe.
Latz.
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 Latts.
Latz. Could you possibly show me the mechanics of this ship? I'm pretty sure if I learn a few of the mechanics, I would feel a little bit safer, especially with the type of captain we have. And he will stare at the captain, giving looking over at the captain, feeling uneased.
He eyes Korsk up and down. You do that. How about I talk you through it as we fit the crystal?
Gladly.
So he takes him off and explains about there's this central crystal, which was the one that was damaged. It's a bit more like the main engine. And then there's other crystals around the side, which can be turned on and off, basically, to maneuver the ship kind of sideways or upwards on one side, so you can kind of tilt the ship backwards and forwards, up and down. And then the kind of general momentum is just through wind in the sails.
He'll probably be saying, as he's showing him bits, he'll just be like going fascinating and probably writing a few things down, making notes. Just in case.
Just in case. And he explains how the kind of ship's wheels and things like that work, in that you can steer one to turn the crystals on in particular directions and stuff like that, and then like one on each side, and then there's the one to steer the actual ship. There's crystals on the back that can help with that, and then there's and on the front, and then there's general kind of ways of making it go up or making it go down.
I'd say Varric's probably he was last with the captain. He's probably just trying to get what he can out of him about how to steer the ship, and then probably end up talking about where they store the alcohol.
And then gets very depressed because it's all rum. Or not so much depressed, but feels a little bit. Okay.
And Lucy would just like to go check on his wolves.
Okay.
Amanita will be following. She heard wolves. She's coming.
Yeah. So they use them as guard dogs at the moment. They're patrolling around. They're not massive though. They're just there to make a noise, if anything. So the three of them, Marcus and your two, just kind of stationed at particular. As you approach, your two kind of run over and start kind of sniffing your hands for food and what have you.
Amanita will just be like petting them and playing with them. It's like, oh, they're very gorgeous.
The white one's yin and the black one's yang. They're very friendly.
I've never really met a wolf. I mean, I could summon one, but it's like, unless I know what one looks, I don't really know. Like, I could never summon one. Now I know I can summon them.
Remember though, keep in mind, these are they're still babies. They're not fully grown. So, but yeah, this is what wolves look like.
You mean they get bigger?
Yeah.
They're probably like quite big to her.
So I guess at some point we're going to, well, after the dinner, we'll probably have to speak to the captain about the next journey.
Cool.
But we'll do that after.
Cool.
Cool.
So.
Oh,
And
it's Varric!
Here's Varric.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Varric's been checking out the ship's wheels.
Ship's wheels.
And Morgan's been talking him through slurringly how to steer the ship and how to pilot the ship. And he's shown you where the barrels of rum are. You'll find that they're probably about half full at the moment. Then you can go and get some more from the tavern. So, the group have been invited to dinner at the Asinos, which is Marcus's parents. I'm fairly sure I've got the surname correctly at that point. Time ticks on, and Marcus leads you. Just the group, Latz and Margan and the like, are staying back at the thing. Before you go, Pepe bids you a fond farewell. Blushing a little bit as he's saying, or glowing intensely as he's saying goodbye to Amanita, tear in his eye. He turns and heads into the forest, heading north towards Loth Serin. Marcus takes you to his parents. They've got a really sizable wood shack, actually. They've built it themselves. It's like a wooden house with lots of rooms. Bigger than their place in Woodsedge was, but then it is made of wood. So, watertight, quite warm as well. Marcus's mother is in a bit of a flap, trying to make multiple things at once. She's got soup on the go, and then she's got vegetables and a roast dinner and a nut roast and lots of other things going on. And it looks like the kitchen area just looks like a bomb's hit it. There is a couple of extra guests. Mainly either business associates of Marcus's father or Marcus's mother, and a young lady. Well, actually, she's late 20s. Neatly brushed, long, dirty blonde hair, a plain grey dress. She has a Westlands accent. Marcus's father and mother, when she's around, seem quite eager to involve Marcus in any topic of conversation that she's involved in. Marcus is very much keeping a distance, talking to Jules and playing with his brother Tiber where possible. His little brother, like toddler. And he whenever he's tried to brought into the conversation with this, just gives very short answers. Hello. And so he is so she mentions that she was a maid in the palace at Woodsedge. Her name is Doris Sheeter.
Today.
Sorry?
Sorry, one sec, my mic's playing up. There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a pretty name.
She kind of blushes and kind of goes, "Oh, thank you. It's just what my parents called me." And what's your name?
Neat.
You're a cute little thing, aren't you? I've never seen your kind before.
Because we don't like to hang around very long.
Okay. And she seems quite wary of Varric and Korsk especially. Lucy, she's heard tale of you. So knows you're a bit of a rogue, but generally friendly. So you, after a while, you are informed that starters are ready. So you all sit down at table. Marcus is plonked next to this lady, with his parents opposite him, and the rest of you are kind of free to take places around the table. Marcus's mother brings out the soup. It seems to be some sort of chicken soup, with mushrooms, but there seems to be. It's lukewarm, and there are indistinguishable, unidentifiable lumps in it, and also the odd burnt bit of mushroom.
How long is it? So is this immediately after, like, Varric was out drinking, or is this...
It's so that you came back in the afternoon, and this
Right.
in the evening.
So I'm on the verge of a good place, I guess. It would be kind of starting to sober up, but not quite there yet, you know.
Yeah, to be fair, you're probably starting to get the munchies a bit.
Yeah. I am wolfing this soup down. It's gone.
And Marcus is kind of playing with it, politely spooning it into his mouth, but kind of you can see him playing around, trying to avoid the lumps as he's spooning it into his.
I'd say Korsk is probably like examining it, like making sure no one's looking as he's like looking at it, and if it's safe enough to eat, he will take a sip, make sure it tastes okay.
Well, it's safe enough to eat. It's just shit. Cleo grabs a bread roll and puts some butter on it and starts eating that.
Does it smell good? Like foodie?
It smells like smoked chicken, to be honest.
Lucy will be both hands lifting the bowl and
could you do
Go on.
Could you do a Constitution save, please?
Dave. Okay. 19.
Okay. For a moment, you start to choke on a lump and then cough it up. Chew it and then swallow it.
Yep. Lucy has good luck with these dodgy food rolls.
Is there like, how's the table set? Is it like posh and like those different spoons?
Yes.
I really sure would just be like picking up a spoon, just like this one, no, okay. I'll pick up another one. I just until she sees someone use the proper spoon, she goes and picks up and then starts eating with that spoon, not thinking much of the soup, more the fact that she's found the right spoon.
So you pick up this soup spoon, and it's designed for human human mouth. So you're kind of
It's like, ah.
trying to work out how to fit it in, and then in the end you just kind of start sipping.
Good soup, Mrs. Asino. Mmm.
Well, I'm glad somebody appreciates my cooking. She makes a stony look at Marcus's father. Anyway,
Lucille will get to the father and just go, "You gonna finish that?"
and then he kind of asks somebody over the other end of the table a question and quietly swaps balls with you, diverting Marcus's mother's attention.
This time after choking, he'll try with the spoon.
I've been going at my fucking knife, I'm not gonna lie.
chopping the lumps up and eating them. Having drained it. Cool. So he after that, she goes and gets mains. And she asks who wants nut roast and who wants roast beef and who wants a bit of both.
To not understand any of this, she's like confused as to like, and she just sees Lucy put his hand up, so she's like,
Okay.
It's
Just the beef for Varric.
So she brings out these. So there's a joint of roast beef. It looks black, but when she digs into it, you can see just blood just pour out of it. She's clearly had the oven on full temperature and not done it for long enough. And then there's vegetables. The carrots are like mush. The mashed potatoes lumpy. The peas are rock hard. You can now tell why there was chaos in the kitchen. The nut roast comes out, and you need a sledgehammer to break it. You could you could use it as a whetstone to sharpen a blade. It is that hard. So Marcus's dad, kind of clearly carving and knowing how she cooks, carefully carves some of the kind of mid portion between the blood and the burns for himself. Tactically just getting it kind of medium rare, just kind of, and then starts chopping it up for everybody else. But
Oh, give me a full cut. Don't miss anything. I want all of that.
He, as he's chopping up the meat, the nut roast, he kind of bangs it on the table to kind of to get it to break up into bits, and then just starts scooping up bits and putting it on plates. So, the group, his mother starts handing out wine, pouring out wine into glasses. There's ale as well. There's like a barrel on the side that you can go and help yourself with. They start asking, just, so, this is Marcus's dad. What do you plan to do next? Yeah, it's plan on sticking around.
I don't know. I've just been following them.
I think we've got a bit of work lined up. Back in Catan, we got to go do a bit of escort work, picking up a disciple of someone and taking him back down to Dragonsfoot.
And how are you getting on with the task for the lady Larissa?
Who? Sorry?
Breaking up.
Finding you. Sorry there. How are you getting on with the task for the lady Larissa?
It's going. I'll just turn to that's the lady that asked us to find those things.
Oh.
Those items. Yeah. But we have the list of the items and we'll keep an eye out. Yeah.
Well, let's just hope somebody's around to deliver them to at the end.
Well, she doesn't necessarily want them. She said she would take delivery, but, and she would pay for them, but it wasn't a necessity.
Yes, Doris here. She's come over from Woodsedge. From Elsedge, haven't you, Doris, dear? Yes, not that there's anything left. The city fell a few days back.
What? What about our house?
Hello?
We had a house and it had a bath and... Oh.
The Nicalians have taken it over. But I believe the government and have headed off to Archer's Fort. Hopefully that should hold for quite a few months, but I don't know. I didn't get to go with them, you see, so we found the path. We were heading that direction, but the path was blocked. So we had to find another route. Ended up in Great Toe, and then made our way across the islands, and then to Little Toe, and then got a rowboat and just waited till night and got past the blockade that way. And then we were washed up on shore just east of here, north of the forest. And then, well, where the forest thins anyway. And then made our way across to try and find signs of a town. And then here we are, we found some familiar faces, so I know Marcus's mother from working in the palace. She used to do some of our linen. But it's a scary old place back home, though. Some towns have been completely wiped out. Others, the Nicalians, rule with an iron fist. Those they've chosen to abandon. I hear stories of the dead wandering the streets. Didn't see any of that myself, though. But scary. scary. Marcus would probably turn around and say, yeah, we've seen some of that in Sea Market.
Yeah, I was going to say mushroom zombies, not pleasant.
Hmm. Do you think the undead are a result of the Nicalian action, or do you think they are somehow being summoned by the Nicalians? I can't say really, but they don't seem to be bothering the towns that are populated.
I have a question. As you were on your way down here, did you see any towers of the black variety? Says Lucy with a mouthful of this nut roast that he's trying to chew.
Did you do a constitution save, please?
How many teeth do you lose here?
Exactly that. You find one of your teeth is feeling a bit looser than it was previously.
You, Charlie.
But it's holding in there.
Sorry, I was using Dark One's own luck. 19.
90. You get a particular bit of that really hurt. But it feels you kind of sat here going, you're trying to work out if it's looser than it was to start off with.
But yeah, my question was, did she see any black towers on her way?
Nothing like that, I'm afraid. Didn't see much of anything, to be honest. There was... It was strange how little people were around. Even in Great Town, we could see there was a lot of Nicalians, but not many people from... Not many Westlanders. Well, not many Mediterraneans. We kind of kept our distance. We watched them. But as soon as we could see there was a lot of Nicalians there, we decided to hop across to the next island. And at that, Mrs. Asino begins to start gathering up the plates.
How much beef is left? Is anyone still eating it? Or...
It's mainly raw stuff in the middle left. So
Barrack is going straight for it.
Marcus's father takes a little bit as well, and then starts getting a fork, a chunk on a fork, distracts his mother, and then just holds it over a candle before putting it in his mouth. So.
Oh god. Oh god, I'm so good.
Yeah, Lucy has an idea. 2 seconds.
Oh no.
I would say Korska's
yeah, he thinks it's a great idea. So you go first.
Korska's cut off a little bit and giving it to Pirate. Pirate.
How is there space on the table?
Now the plates have gone, yeah.
But the meat's still there. Cool.
Yeah. The plates are slowly being, like, she took the veg plates away and stuff like that.
Well, particularly where the meat is. That's still there, right? The raw bit.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'd like to remind Lucy that we are in a wooden house.
Intelligence roll of 4. Varric. Intelligence roll of 4.
So he stands up going, oh, fuck. And then he kind of grabs a bottle of wine and starts like pouring it off, grabs the ice bucket, pours that on top.
Mute Charlie.
Lucy's just there with his knife and fork at the meat. Extra seasoning?
So, what have you been doing with this woman? She's like, I've told you not to call me woman. And what? I didn't do anything. Well, you must have put some on it that burst into flames. It's just meat. You've been eating it. Looks like I'm going to have to make a new table. And then... So... There's slightly more done meat in it. It's burnt on the outside again. A little bit more cooked on the inside.
Splitting what's left with Lucy. And anyone else who wishes to have a piece.
Amanita will now have a piece. Still trying to find out which knife and fork to use. Confused. She'll just give up in the end, and these knives and forks are quite big, so it's like even more confusing.
I pick this fork up and start looking through the things, going. Cool. So you begin to Marcus's mother begins to tidy stuff away, and then she appears with this glass bowl with like red stuff in it, plonks it down, and it looks like jelly, and she kind of digs a spoon into it. You notice that she's putting quite a bit of pressure into it and then starts scooping it into bowls and handing it out. Strawberry jelly. Anyone?
Varric keeps his hand down for this one.
So, this is the first jelly you've ever had that you have to chew.
I don't think Amanita has had jelly before, so...
I think Lucy has either.
Okay. It does taste okay, but...
Does it wibble and wobble, but still, or is it just stiff?
It kind of. It's like a very slow wobble.
Amanita would just be like poking it. Just taste it. Just like... Yeah,
So just taste the strawberries. Overloaded with sugar, mind you. But...
Oh!
Alright.
She'll taste the sugar and just be like, this is really nice. And start eating it.
There's more if you'd like some.
Oh, yes, please.
There you go.
Lucy will just be eating it, and while eating it, think to himself, can't believe we wasted that grey one.
Grey what?
The cube that we met in the dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
I still got some of that slime from it, though.
Oh, no.
I'm pretty sure we tried eating it before. I have vague recollections of eating it before.
Oh, no, God. No, he's too intelligent.
for any future ones we meet.
Any red sweet.
I'd imagine at this point Korski's getting flashbacks of being inside the gelatinous cube.
Yeah. Just like prodding it with his foot, like that. And push his plate away. Like, I think I've lost my appetite.
Oh, I forgot the gravy. Oh. Not to worry. We can always have it tomorrow. And she picks up this kind of gravy boat that's got skin on top of it, but you can see the lumps in it as well.
Lucy just turns to everyone going, "You have gravy for dessert?"
Marcus kind of says under it, mate. Marcus, no, she meant with the main. Trust me, you're better off without it. So, you continue drinking. Marcus puts his little brother to bed, reads him a story. Plays with him a little bit beforehand as well, like with his kind of toy soldiers and stuff. And Marcus's mother's tidying up the dishes as with Doris, I should say, while you guys are left to drink with Marcus's father.
I'm going to ask for more jelly.
She just gives you the big ball. There's like half of it left.
Oh, thank you. Oh God, she's going to have sugar rush.
And no doubt the crash that follows. And as time goes on, Doris bids them farewell. The business associates bid them farewell as well. And it's just you guys left. Marcus announces that he'll probably head back to the ship soon. Cleo joins him. Yes, I suggest we, as if what Latson said earlier, we may be traveling today, so, tomorrow, so I suggest we get a good night's sleep.
Lucy just looks over at Amanita, who I'm assuming is almost vibrating with sugar rush at this point.
She's probably like looking at the spoon intensely, just like. Yes.
You've realised at that point that when you turn it round, you see yourself upside down.
Oh my God! Lucy, look! I'm upside down! And with that, she'll then flip herself upside down. I'm the right, I should be the right side up if it's upside down, but it's not. This is so confusing. And she's just getting faster and faster with her speech.
Please, somebody do not tell her that wine catches shadow.
Here, I've got some food for you if you want. Tastes just as good.
What is?
It's a mushroom. So it's, it's healthy.
Oh.
Did it?
Sorry, you broke up there.
Cole didn't make it, did he?
No, it's mine. See, fresh mushroom.
Tastes nice as the jelly.
Yeah.
Give me.
Okay, give her a mushroom.
Lunges. Oh my God. Oh.
It just tastes like mushroom. You eat one?
looks at you like, this does not taste like the jelly. You lied to me.
But you begin to feel relaxed and hungry, like you want another.
Lucy,
Yeah?
have you got any more?
Oh, one's enough. It's fine. We should all probably get to sleep at this point.
See, I want more.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't have
Lucy?
money just now, but I can get more at some point. I'm sure.
Lucy, I want more.
Yeah, I'll get some as soon as I can.
Lucy,
what's
I
that over
want
there?
them now.
You feel a bit spaced out. You go and talk to Marcus's mother to see if there's any food hanging around. And you notice there is a bowl of uneaten mushy veg on the side, waiting cleared into the bin. And one or two other leftovers. What do you do?
I mean, it's not jelly, and it's not mushrooms. It's food. And she'll eat it.
It's quite cold at this point in time, but you just, even though the experience isn't nice, you just keep ploughing it in. You not had enough, dear? I thought with all that jelly, you'd be full by now.
She probably has the
Jelly,
monkeys.
please give me more jelly. And so that she's like trying to shake him.
And no, there's no more jelly. I can make you some tomorrow, maybe, or when you come back.
I want that's like the jelly. Whatever was in that jelly, I want it.
Well, there's no more strawberries left here.
She will pull out a mushroom. Be like, Amanita, I'll give you this if promise to go to sleep.
Talk about.
I didn't hear that, sorry.
She said, I'm already sleeping, Lucy. I don't know what you're talking about. Can't you see the clouds? She's like spacing out at this point.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Good idea. You know what? You like these. Have them. It's fine. It makes the clouds fluffier.
You just yank it. Oh my god, I'm dreading doing this, but she's addicted.
Could you roll a Constitution save, please?
Oh shit.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Nice.
Nat 20.
You manage to hold in your overly filled stomach at this point in time. Could you also do a wisdom save, please? You're feeling very bloated despite being spaced out.
Where is my wisdom gone? Wisdom, yeah. Did I just do wisdom? I did a voice save. There you go, wisdom.
You begin to feel sleepy, but you don't fall asleep. You're still relatively spaced out, but you're not like you still know where you are and things like that.
She's gonna search the cupboards.
Dear, what are you doing?
I can see this happening.
Yes, you will do.
She's looking for something sugary.
Right. Right, I mean, I think that's it. It's time to go. I'm all for searching people's houses when they're, bad people, but they've shown us awfully nice hospitality with some delicious food. I think I heard someone say there was something nice on the boat waiting for us. So let's go to the boat. Ship. Thing.
Oh,
Amanita, please.
Is there any of the jelly left?
No, she's ate it all.
Okay. Then I'll just try it.
You can kind of see she's like eating pot belly. There's that much food inside her.
I'll just call over, like, stage shout to Varric. Hey, Varric! I'm gonna go back to the ship and have some mushrooms. I mean, not have some mushrooms. Bye! And then off I go.
Lucy, get back here, Lucy. Lucy, I have you right now. I need help. Lucy.
with hearing the words mushroom, she's like, and she zooms off out of the door towards the ship.
So you all head, say your goodbyes to the Asinos.
I only apologise.
Max's mother gives his dad kind of pat on the back.
Ghost would just be doing the general thank you and being polite.
And then you all start heading off, catching up with Lucy and Amanita on the way back to the ship.
Imagine Lucy just like speed walking while looking behind him, scared.
By this point, it's dark. It's about 10 o'clock at night. So you have to light torches and stuff to get to through the woods and into the clearing with the airship.
Hey, Lucy, want to see something cool?
Always.
I touch Lucy and cast light on him.
This is great.
Amazing.
Lucy begins to illuminate. There's like an orangey red glow throughout the forest.
Just because he's going to cast fly on himself, just so he can hover across the ground. Just almost holy.
You are like a beacon. Lead the rest of the group to the ship. The crew you see this orangey red glow heading towards them, and this floating light draw their swords ready for battle. So only when you get 10 or so meters away out of the wood itself into the clearing did they realise what's going on.
As he sees the crew and everyone, he's going to use thaumaturgy to just create that sort of choir of angels. Just as he floats his way over.
One of the crew turns around to the other and goes, "They're fucking back, aren't they?"
With that, Amanita goes pelting towards one of them and grabs one of them and goes, "Where is it? Where is it? Where does Lucy keep the mushrooms?"
What? And he's like, you got hold of his leg, and he's trying to shake you off, like a dog on heat. It's like, I haven't got any mushrooms. Go away. Try the mess or the kitchen. Go, just the galley. Go on, but just.
With that, she zooms off.
To her.
Hunger, my boy. Hunger.
I thought you'd just been home for dinner.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe she has the munchies.
He shakes his head as you all walk past. Margan is nowhere to be seen. He's obviously gone back to the tavern, to the inn. And Latz is busy tinkering away. I'm assuming Kors goes and joins him for a couple of hours.
Yeah, and then probably will retire to his room, trying to set up a few, even though Thingy said there was no room for potions, he will still find space to put some potions. Yeah.
I piled books from this bookshelf, making a makeshift table out of piles of books and what have you. I can imagine he spills a little bit on a copy of Pirating 101.
You'll be like, oh sugar. Just like try and sort the book out.
After a while, they'll just kind of put it somewhere to dry out and then turn it over and put it back on the bookshelf. Cool. So, does anybody like to... Cleo and Marcus, I'm assuming, head off to bed. Is there anything you'd like to do before... And...
Bark, kind of coming off of the drunken madness he was on earlier on in the day, will take off his, armor within his room, of course, not just in the middle of the ship, but within his room, change into casual clothing and begin cleaning his clothes and getting them all nice and shiny and really looking after his kit and stuff.
Cool.
Amanita's rummaging through the cupboards in the kitchen.
Lucy is going to short rest. Awake, but short rest. Just sitting in his whatever cabin he's in.
Cool. Other than that, it's a fairly uneventful evening. You wake up. You can hear shouting outside as though things are being loaded onto the boat. You get up for breakfast and you get Latz going, okay, so we're ready to go. Your friend Korsk was quite useful, actually. We made good time. Ascension crystals fitted. We're ready to go when you go. When you're ready. Is there anything you need to do? Do it quickly. Before you... anything you need to do before you go, do it quickly. You've got until we start... Sorry? We got until we wake up Margan.
Is there anything we need to do? Oh, we need to hire the crew. Apart from that, I think.
So I'm assuming you go and talk to the first mate and give him his 5,000 gold.
Yeah.
You wouldn't trust Margan with the money, to be honest. So Margan's asleep, slumped against a barrel of rum. They kind of drag him out the way to load some more barrels in, slapping him as they do, and he's like, like throwing buckets of water over him and stuff to get him to wake up, and eventually he oh my head, I need a drink. Can somebody get me a rum, please? I'd imagine at seeing this, Korsk is probably taken aback, going, I don't think you should be drinking while you drive. To which one of the crew members is like, oh no, Captain Morgan does his best flying when he's got a drink. It's like a man possessed.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course, we'll be like, I don't trust this guy one bit. I hope you've learned some flying lessons, Varric, from him. Just in case.
I did my best. I don't really remember a lot of that knowing. It's all kind of hazy, but I'm sure I'll piece it together if needs must.
Well, you better.
So to answer Jess's question, the effect lasted an hour or two, and then you crashed badly, and you are just like really sluggish. You fell asleep. You just like literally fell asleep. Not even having a chance to get to bed, as you suggested on the kitchen floor, and you just feel really sluggish today.
She'll probably still be asleep just on the floor, just like.
Your sleep is disturbed by something wet brushing on your face. Could you do a perception check, please?
Do you want me to do it at disadvantage?
Yeah, I was
No.
gonna ask, how long do those mushrooms last? I think it's the
So it lasted a couple of hours.
All right, fair enough.
Am I still addicted to them though?
You so you flicked. You feel as though you like some wet flicking across your face, and you immediately assume it's one of the wolves.
Leave me alone, I'm tired.
Then it kind of the same flicking motion is you feel on top of your head, top of your hat, and down the other side of your face, and then round your wings, and down here. Eventually it wakes you up, and you sit up, and you find this person in the kitchen mopping the floor. You look behind you and there is an Amanita-shaped patch of dirt and crumbs where you've kind of been munching on stuff, and a layer behind you.
It's like eyes like half open. Oh, it looks like I don't need a bath then. She just like get herself up, wobbling over a little bit. She's like, oh, I can't remember what happened yesterday. It was a big fuzz.
Looks like you had a heavy night, love.
And she was just like, Here it's just like turn and like look to see where it came from.
And there's just like big, bold, kind of plump, grey-haired man. Looks a bit sunbeaten, mopping the floor, giving you a wry smile.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where you put all that food last night. Could you do a Constitution save, please? At that, you realise you've got a sudden urge down below. The food just seems to have, as you've sat up, has just been kind of squeezed down the system.
Is she able to hold it in?
You need to move quickly.
No, with that she would just puke.
No, it's not a puke, it's the other way.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, no, she's going to move. Oh, God.
So you come out up onto the deck, and then you can either go back down another staircase into the cabins.
She'll go back down.
Okay. So you head down the cabin, scurrying to try and get your key out to open your door to get into the toilet. Just making it on time. So.
Are the wolves about at the minute? Like, because I don't remember seeing them as we came on to the ship.
Yeah, they were having a nap. They're kind of, they've got like, I would say cages, but like compartments, like box type things that they can sleep in. And they get them locked. They're locked into them as you travel. I suggest we take the horses in the cart this time. So Cleo goes off and makes sure that the horse and the car and the wagon are loaded onto the ship and secured. After a while, the anchors are hoisted. Margan stumbles to the ship's wheel and begins to make preparations to leave. You can almost see in his eyes go from being glazed over to suddenly clarity.
Lucy's going to like hold on to something. Just before takeoff.
Varric will stand beside him, not holding on to anything.
And smooth as you like, the ship begins to take off. Up, out of the clearing. You see the crew drop the sails, and Margan maneuvers the ship to catch the wind. And you begin to head off. South. A couple of hours later, could you do I'll do a perception check, please. A couple hours later, you see yourself over a wooded area. You can see it through clouds. High above you, you notice wings, a dragon shape, following you.
Do we see a color?
You grab Margan's spyglass and look through it, and you recognize green dragon. Around the edges, you can see green. You can also see a tear in one of its wings where Max's crossbow bolt pierced it.
Guys, an old
How
friend
far
is back.
How far away is the dragon?
Probably 600-700 feet.
Okay. Just out of range then.
Seems to be following.
You think we should invite him on board? I'm sure if we shout, maybe he'll hear us.
If no, I could make us invisible for a little bit. She says, half tired and not feeling her best.
Well, Cleo's like, well, we seen this when we were heading away to Woodsedge, didn't we? We seen him high in the sky watching where we were going. I think he's just possibly protecting his territory. I say we wait until we are out of the woods and see if he still follows. At the moment he's keeping his distance, so he's not giving us any trouble at this point. So if he gets closer, I guess we can protect ourselves, but...
Okay. Lucy will then lean towards Varric and say, now if something bad happens, we can blame Cleo.
True. I don't think he'll get close enough to us for us to hit him, though, unfortunately.
Eventually, you see yourself leave the wooded area and head out towards the sea, across this bay here. It's evening by this point. And you rest for the evening. Wake up the next morning. You're at this point. You find that Margan takes the route south and follows the river and lands the airship in the water. The North Dock in Catan City in the middle of the next afternoon. So it took like a day and a half to get that far.
Definitely quicker than walking.
That's for sure.
Should we go get Harmony then, I guess? Or... and then we'll be right back? Unless there's something else we need to do in Catan.
I can't remember if there's anything else to do in Catan. I'm just trying to think.
So,
the other bounties, but...
yeah, so there's one bounty left, I think, which is
Daddy Brown?
Yuri. But you get the impression that eventually he will seek you out, given you killed his family now. And he's also got a contract to kill you. Thanks to Mr. Coinscrew. And so I think it is literally just pick Harmony up.
Yeah, we can always come back.
Yeah, we can fly.
Okay.
I guess straight to Egrons.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you head out through the city to the market square. Knock on Egron's door. Yes? You can hear a noise come through the door. Voice come through the door. Who is it?
Taxi!
I didn't order a taxi. What are you talking about?
Not for you.
Egron.
Come on.
Then he slides a thing across going, the door thing, the little peephole thing. Oh, it's yous. Oh, Harmony, your ride's here. Are you packed? And he goes and grabs something. Little package and gives it to Egron. What's this? And then he points at him. He points at himself and then points at... Oh, for me? Oh, you shouldn't have. And then he unwraps it. And it's this like neatly kind of thinged leather necklace thing with a gold medallion on the end. I was like, oh, wow, this is beautiful. And it's like etched with a sun and a hammer in the middle. Like a sun is the symbol of Fermo, but it also appears on the Dragon's Claw flag. And then over it is a hammer.
Now check, see the temple that Varric took us to that ripped us off? Was that Florent?
Was it a god of storms?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Storms. Okay.
Bertun.
Okay.
Bertun.
It's just for another thing that we do actually have something to do in Catan. We have to see if we can find a cure for the werewolves. And I thought maybe the God of the Moon temple might be a good bet for that.
Yeah, probably, possibly. Although you've got plenty of opportunity. So, and then there is so it is obviously some sort of symbol, but you don't know what it is. Oh.
Would I recognize it? Sorry.
Or would Lucy?
Do a religion check.
Not a Scooby. Too much time in the military, not enough time in the temples.
You have no idea what it is. Lucy, you kind of think it's familiar, but you just can't place it. You're trying to think, was there a god of builders?
Yeah, I'm not wasting the devil's luck on that.
I'm not sure.
I refuse.
So,
Amanita will just like look at you guys staring at something. And she'll be like, you're staring at.
Wait, does it look familiar? Because Lucy does have something in the pants that kind of reminds me of that. Do you not the coin thing that we got from... I can't remember his name. The head of the builders group.
you take it out to see if it was the like.
Hammer and bricks, not hammer and son.
So it's a hammer in a fist, I think, like a clenched fist with a hammer in it. Maybe.
I've got a silver token with hammer and bricks.
All right. Okay.
I'm not sure.
This is the hammer on that is less. Is a lighter hammer, if you know what I mean, with a longer haft. This one's shorter and quite a chunky, almost like a mallet. So Harmony goes off and gets a bag. You take him to the ship. Latz kind of eyes him up and down, goes, "You got another friend then?" Harmony's like, "You not got a voice. You not got a voice." And he does the whole, "Have some sort of accident with your necklace."
I think he took a vow of what's making the silence. That's the one.
Well, that was a silly idea, wasn't it?
Oh no, sometimes I think it's a blessing. If only others would also.
You can see the hurt in Harmony's eyes looking at Latz.
I say to Harmony and Draconic that Latz is an idiot and don't worry about it.
And he kind of,
Amanita will repeat that.
in common.
Yeah. Oh, Barry? What do you mean he's...
Pointing fingers. Stop.
You know, it takes a lot longer to walk, you know.
Hey, we paid. Anyway, this is Latz. Nice to meet you, Latz. Let's go, Harmony. I'll show you to your bunk. Okay, pull away.
You show him to the bunk and he unpacks like a couple of religious symbols, this and that, a couple of religious texts, and starts reading cross-legged on the bed, and kind of waves you goodbye. So you begin to set off from Catan. The navigator on the ship recommends not going over the mountains. So you head round the eastern side. You can see, as you kind of curve around here, you can see Pinch's Palm in the distance. Number of towers. You then turn south. The end of day. To the end of the first day, you're about here. And the heavens open. You're caught in the midst of a vicious storm. Could you all do Constitution saves, please?
This is just surfing on the big ship.
Could we do Marcus and
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, of
I'll
course.
do course.
Corsk as well, please?
Characters.
Do you want me to do Pyrite as well?
Pirate's fine.
Ooh, Charlie's screen's gone really fuzzy.
I was going to say, he was doing some strange sort of dance. It's like,
That's probably just my signal.
Oh, I can't get his sheet up for some reason. Oh, here we go. Oh, come on. Hey. And it was a con save. Where were we? Where's the save box in the Roll20? Ah, there, found it.
okay. So Korsk and Amanita are feeling rather green at this point and have retired to their room to be sick. as the whole ship is kind of shaking like that. The rest of the group are alerted by noises above and shouting, make their way up and realise that a number of ropes for the sails have come loose. There is the crew managed to tie down one, the other is still flapping around. You realise that at the end of one of them, and Charlie's just disappeared completely. You realise at the end of one of them is one of the crew members flailing outside the ship, grabbing hold of it. The rain is lashing down at this point.
I'm going to run over to the rope and proceed to grab it and try and pull it in.
Okay, could you do a strength check, please?
Yeah. I think Marcus would as well.
I'll help out as well. I missed everything, sorry.
So there's a guy on the end of the rope, like outside the ship, flapping around. Okay, so you manage to start pulling the rope back in. The rope holds quite firm. The hands of the gentleman, one of them slips. He's now holding by one hand. What do you do?
We'll cast Fly and go down to get him.
Okay. You fly down.
He'll whip out a piece of another rope just for somebody else to hold on to while he attaches it to himself as he falls.
Okay.
I think Marcus will grab onto that one while I've got the other one.
As you rush out, the second hand of the gentleman slips and he begins to fall just as you grab hold of him and take him back up onto the ship. You then proceed to secure the rope and take up the sails. The ship is continuously battered, and you end up over here somewhere.
Sorry, whereabouts am I still?
So just above, just north of Jamash.
Okay.
You, it takes the navigator a half a day or so to gather his bearings and work out where the hell he is the next morning. Strong wind still blows and going is slow. By the end of the day, you're here. And I need to just move them up. Further, actually. By the end of the day, you're around here. Just north of the front door. You spend another night on the ship. As another storm whips in. You end up over here by the end of the day. Below you, you can see an army amassing what looks like a human army far below. Thousands of troops heading from Lafayette Bay round the woods south towards Terror Lake. You move over to the opposite end of the ship to look out towards where they're headed. And you see smoke rising from Terror Lake. You get Margan's spyglass again and take a look through it. And you see buildings. You see the tops of towers that look so they're melting.
Wasn't me.
Sorry?
Lucy just said, wasn't me.
They look as though they're melting. The buildings lower down are burning. Smoke rises. You continue on towards Dragonsfoot.
Lucy will just speak over to Cleo. Was there something on your map about Terror's thingy?
That's where we... Not quite. It is where we suspected... The forest nearby is where we suspected Umar to be.
Was that the Black Dragon?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Now, I know we're a bunch of roving mercenaries and we tend to like getting paid for our jobs, but I mean, should we go help out in that regard?
Lucy thinks about it. Leaning towards yes.
I would, I think we probably should make sure the airship is safe. If there is a dragon in that area, then we do not want to crash land in a bad situation.
Oh yeah, we don't.
I suggest we press on and revisit the scene of the forthcoming battle later.
If you say so, Cleo.
Varric will agree, but rub his head in a bit of a not so morally sure way.
Maybe one further way back.
I'd say Korsk agrees as well. Less danger if we press on.
You then begin to head southeast. As you pass over this river around this area, you notice thick, dense fog drifting from the south.
Right, that's where the bloodsmiths are, aren't they? Yeah,
Could you
go
also
there at
just-
some point.
You could you go to a perception? Oh, you've all done perception, Ross. Right. Amanita is sure at some stage. Could you do Korsk as well, please?
Yes.
Amanita is sure she can hear fluttering of wings, like lots of wings above the ship and below the ship every now and again as you move through the dense fog.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody else is oblivious.
Yeah, that was Korsk's.
Except for Korsk, who's getting very skittish. I'm not quite sure if he could hear, if he's hearing stuff. Eventually, you come out of the fog. I think you're on about day 4 now. Afternoon of day 4. You reach this bay here, or just north of the bay. You go south of Ankle's Fort. Just looks like a peaceful little town. There used to be a lot of trade routes and quite a heavy guard, but other than that, it looks like a normal town.
Who's it run by? Is it human controlled or is it Dragonborn controlled?
Human.
Yeah.
By the look of it. By the architecture and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you know it's human controlled anyway, but it's an independent state in itself.
Right.
It's not controlled by Catan. It's years ago there was a peace treaty which agreed to have a strip of land that was independent of any empire. You spend the evening on the board. On the ship, you actually touch down to do some repairs. And then early the next... Sorry?
Of course, we'll probably help out with the repairs.
Cool. And then the next day, early on, you have breakfast and then head across the water to Dragonsfoot. It's mid-morning by the time you get there. Dragonsfoot itself is at the edge of a mountain, actually partway up a mountain, is this huge fortress. Massive wall all the way around, probably about 100 to 200 meters high. Towers all over the place. There is a almost like an overhang comes out of the mountain just ahead of the entrance, so it's got like a natural set down point of place. You kind of come over the bay, round the back of the fortress, circle round. As you do so, you can see a number of priests and stuff gather in awe at this airship as it's moving around. You see the blue-stoned fortress, like doors come, a main door with a throng of priests come out and other people, support staff and the like, and one or two others coming in through the doors. In relation to check Cameron's question. It doesn't matter for today. I don't think it will. And then let me have a look at what was loot. So, the ship circles and eventually touches down. Rope ladder comes down the side. Who's getting out first?
Go on then. I think after the dungeon, that door, Lucy's just gonna. Oh no, I'll go first. And just walk out.
You head down the rope ladder. Who's next?
I send Harmony over.
Harmony follows.
Herminator will be like, "Oh, do we have to leave the puppies behind?"
They'll be
Yes,
fine.
now. We might be able to bring them, but let's see how they lies first.
Herminator will then climb down.
Sorry, Cameron.
I was just mumbling to myself, sorry, I didn't mean to.
So I'm assuming Corsk and Marcus then follow Cleo at the end. By the time Lucy hits the ground, this red dragonborn female in chainmail and priest robes, but you can see there is chain shirt underneath, chain trousers. She is clearly armed with a hammer. On the castle, you notice that there are two big drapes that come down with the same symbol that was on the gift that Harmony gave Egron. A yellow sun with lots of points on it, and a hammer.
Amanuta will just like put on Varric's cloak and be like, "Oh, it's another one of you?"
Yep. Varric looks visibly uncomfortable. I do love to be home.
Is this your home?
Yep.
Priest comes
Trying
forward.
his very best and just muttering to himself, "Don't call her Harry, don't call her Harry, don't call her Harry."
The priest comes forward. Welcome to Dragonsfoot. Welcome, Harmony. We are pleased to have you back. Now, you are home. Your vow doesn't apply here. Tell me of your trip. It was an interesting experience. I learnt a lot. Not only about the arcane arts, but also about the world. How it is much bigger than just our lands. That it is. She turns and announces, "Harmony is back. The feast of the Talisman shall begin tonight." She
At that,
turns
Lucy
and
will just go, "What was that about a feast?"
"And you shall be our honours guest. Dragon."
It'll be kind of a bit there, so.
Yeah.
"And you shall be the guests of honour. Those that have brung the talisman back to Dragonsfoot."
Does any of this sound familiar to Lucy? Like, has he heard of the Talisman before?
Do a history check.
Well, you know, that never goes well. 15?
Rings a bell. You recall when you encountered the witch hunters in Westlands, they were looking for something called the Talisman. That is the only time you have heard that phrase before.
Almost forgotten about them. Okay. Isn't Harmony's been travelling a fair bit?
I'd say Korska's just looking at his surroundings.
Come. I will arrange rooms for you and your crew. Please. Well, there is plenty of room here. Make yourself.
We have some pets. Are they okay to come in, or...?
I'm sure we can accommodate them somewhere. What?
Come on, boys! He just calls to the
You
wolves.
You see her eyes kind of open as these two wolves, small wolves. I suggest you look after them in your rooms, but please don't let them do their business there. I assume they're house trained, are they?
Lucy looks to the crew and goes, did you have time to house train?
Yeah, they're house trained, they're fine. Very well. There will be an area of charred roam every now and then away from the rest of the animals we keep here. Just one request. You are free to roam around the fortress, but please stay within the manned areas. We have been here a few hundred years, but this place is vast and we haven't yet explored it all. Dangers lurk within. Or so I'm told.
We all knew it was coming.
Intelligence roll.
Course could probably look at Lucy like I'm guessing Lucy's eyes are like wide as this was like, Lucy, no. We don't get into any more trouble as it is.
I can just imagine him going, Sam going, Lucy. So they show you to a room. You've got quite big rooms each. It's like forced to bed type things. You get an impression that this at some point was a massive fortress. It's partially ruined though, so it looks as though it is from a previous age. But the area in which you are staying, just like the eastern wing, is well preserved and well looked after. Once you are settled, the priestess, whose name is Imptak Sopphora, she invites you for refreshments. As your
Sorry.
Imptak.
Nice.
Imptak. Zopphora is Zopfor. Imptak Zopphora.
Okay.
She invites you down to a big hall. You can see that there is lots of Dragonborn priests scurrying around and general staff by the look of it. Maids and what have you, and butlers and so on and so forth. Putting up decorations and lots of candles everywhere, and seems to be scurrying around, laying tables and so on and so forth. And so they see this as a big do. And she turns and she says, "So, Egron tells me the fee was 5,000 gold for you? or delivery of Harmony safely to our temple? Sorry,
I can't remember. I didn't write it down.
it's 5,000.
Go.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
John Varric, you sure it wasn't all?
I'm sure. I'm fairly confident.
There you go. She hands over a big bag of coins. But we thank you for taking care of our talisman on the way here. It was great risk sending him off to Elves Edge like that, but I'm sure his training will aid our cause greatly. Could you all do insight checks, please?
Oh god.
Insight.
Yeah, yes.
Right, the first one's Amanita.
Okay.
Come on.
As Lucy drops the bag of coins into his pants, she kind of... Okay.
And that's Korsk.
So Marcus and Varric,
Korsk.
you notice that she seems to be keeping an eye on your surroundings more than anything. In fact, ever since you've met her, she seemed to look past you at the skies around the land, the land to see, almost as though she was wary, scared of something would be upon them by surprise. You kind of get this every clunk. She nervously looks in the direction of which it came from. Somebody drops a spoon, she's like,
Lady Imtek, how goes the war? I know it's a bit of a formal and probably you might not know particularly too much about it, given the fact you're here, but how's it been going?
as far as I'm aware, same as always. Although, the tell is that we've been the crag dwarfs fairly hard recently. You, I'm surprised one of your sort is there.
Yeah.
As though you have some sort of arcane ability.
Yep. Yep.
She eyes you suspiciously.
I just turn and start talking to someone else that isn't her. Kind of just move away kind of swiftly.
So, just trying to find something. Trying to find the name of a. Yes. I believe as time moves on, Thalxa Rastar, he's the general that is the head of Dragon's Claw war effort. He's becoming more and more aggressive. There seems to be very little tolerance for our enemy. We seem to be hitting them hard with fire and lightning from above. Or so I'm told.
Of
course.
To look at Varric.
Of course, this is all rumour from the border force in the village below. So as you flew in, there was a village that was below the castle. At the kind of on the bank of the river. And there is a noticeably a large military presence on the entrance, on the main road that goes along the coast, managing the traffic in and out of the country. You will have noted that your arrival would not have been a secret, as in the arrival of the airship.
Yeah.
They would have tracked it to where it is. Anyway, it's been a pleasure having a drink. Please make yourselves comfortable. A gong will sound throughout the building, throughout the fortress, when the feast begins. Please join us in this hall. You will be sat at the second table, as guests of honor, to our right-hand side. In the meantime, enjoy the comforts of this place. She turns and leaves.
Amanita will lean over to Varric and Lucy and go,
Oh, another party. I hope they don't have lots of spoons and knives and forks again. Deal with that.
So Craig has just left the building.
Oh no.
No. So
I think we need to cut Craig's pay.
Yeah, I think we do need to cut
he's
Craig.
still showing up on mine.
Yeah, I know. He sends me a message saying, I've unexpectedly stopped recording.
At least it sends you a message to say that it's done it.
Yeah.
I am apologising ahead of time. Whatever Lucy does, it's not my fault. It rolled that way.
So you say.
I'm waiting for it to go.
Is it sore, or how are you feeling?
Oh, it's fine. They just look bad. You know what I mean? Like, you can see how swollen they are. You know what I mean?
They do look a bit swollen. Have you taken any antihistamine?
I've not taken any. I meant to. I've not had a chance to. But you know what I mean? It's like my eyes look so funny at the minute. Because, like, I mean, I've got quite saggy skin around my eyes anyway, but, like, because it's swollen, it just looks really weird. But,
Yeah, it don't look too bad.
Now recording.
Yeah, that 5 intelligence roll means that Lucy is going to have a wander at some point.
That's an insight you rolled there, Lucy. Oh, no, the one before. The 6.
Yeah. I think what was it, a 5 I rolled? Was it? Yep, cool. I shall be spelunking in the fortress.
Straight into the bowls.
And yes, that dinner feast did make me have the munchies.
I had these mushrooms for ages. I just wanted to use them at least once.
I was like, oh god. If this ends up killing my character, I won't be happy, but
Oh,
she
no,
ain't
no,
got
no.
a clue.
Remember what was it, the shopkeeper that was high? So I just bought some of his mushrooms. Just bought some of his.
I mean, in one of my campaigns, I picked a load of mushrooms and gave them to, they're like these ghast type people that just pretty much are animated to do, but nothing. Like they would pretend like be eating, but they're not eating. It's like, so I gave them a mushroom, and they ate it, and then they just started gagging and foaming. They did die, but it's like I didn't know whether to laugh or be concerned.
Oh no.
Oops.
So at this point, the lady walked off, and then Amini said that after she left.
No, it's that she's excited that it's another party, but she don't think she can handle all the cutlery again.
So Cleo probably just turned around and said, "The rule is relatively easy unless it's you can soup find the round spoon. Otherwise, start from the outside and work your way in."
Course would probably say, I hope the food is better than, no offence, Marcus.
Marcus just kind of glares at him and goes, "She tries."
I must say that I thought Mrs. Asino's food was quite nice.
You're used to war ration, aren't you, Varrock?
Yeah, maybe. But that's besides the point. It was still good grub.
I like the jelly.
So you have a couple of hours before the feast. The castle is huge. The castle is huge. I mean, as far as you can see, there is a hell of a lot of it that is occupied. But it seems to go down quite a long way as well. The also below you is the village, so you could have a wander down there as well potentially. So what would you like to do?
Varric's gonna quickly head back to the ship, drop off his staff there in his cabin there, and come back out and probably head down to the village if anyone wants to come with him.
Why not? It will save Lucy from going into the fortress. So, yeah, you'll come with me.
Well, that reminds me, Lucy, actually, I need to speak to a local blacksmith about getting your armor done. Don't want to let him Jew you.
Ooh. This is going to be the point where we find Lucy can't wear it, but still. Well, not yet, anyway.
You can give us a tour where you lived and everything.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Where you were a little wee baby.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Oh, and is your ma here?
No. No, she's not. She'll be elsewhere, I think. Don't know.
Oh, that's a shame. It would have been nice to meet her.
So I'm assuming you're from Dragonclaw, are you?
Me, I thought I was from Dragonsfoot, though I might be wrong. Give me a second and I'll double check.
I mean, he is a war veteran, so.
I'll have been around for sure.
They all merge into one.
Once you've been to one fortress, they're all the same, I guess.
There was scaly people and...
With hair.
You know, yeah. it's somewhere.
I reckon Lucy's gonna get into a fight.
Oh no, he's gonna shave one of the other dragon's hair.
Oh, it's gonna be...
I just see him trying to shave one of the other dragon's hair. Seeing as Varric wouldn't let him.
Where is it? There we are. Alright.
I mean, he could have done it on a thingy that didn't talk before we got back. Then he wouldn't have been able to talk.
I am from Dragonsfoot, but I would. So this may seem very unprofessional, me knowing my own country's lore here. What's the name of the country? Is it?
So the country's name is Dragonsclaw, I believe.
Right. The Proud Republic, the Republic of Dragonsclaw is pretty short, led by Council of Elders. What I have written down from the document you sent me prior. So yeah, I was born in Dragonsfoot and I joined the army from there.
Cool.
Sid. Yeah, I can show you around.
So you head into the town. It's more of a village, actually. There is a pub called the Snail and the Scale. It's got the picture of a lizard's tail with a snail at a snail on the back of it. Varric, you know that the pub itself you've frequented in the past. You know it sells 2 drinks, whiskey and ale. Ale is generally seen as the children, or those that are beginning to mature into drinking alcohol. You also inform the group that there is a knife game that the soldiers like to play there. There is also a armourer that feeds the military, but they do basic armour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there is a blacksmith that feeds the military, and all it does is halberds, swords, hammers, axes, daggers. No speciality weapons as such. And then there is a general provisions store that you remember that was run by an old gold dragon born. Quite a sweet old lady that you remember from your childhood. So, what would you like to do?
Brings back a lot of memories. Been a long time since I've come home, actually.
When was the last time you were here?
I couldn't tell you.
Is that because it's so long ago, or because of how much you drink?
A bit of both, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So, if we're supposed to be going to this fancy party, does that mean we have to wear something nice?
I don't think so. Just wear what you normally wear. I'm sure they'll accept.
Frowning at Amanita.
Pardon?
Lucy starts frowning at Amanita when she says that. You're saying we don't look nice now?
Oh no, I'm just saying, you know how them fancy people wear? They wear the ties right up that probably choke you, and then they wear these big bulky jackets that come out there. Me ma and pa used to tell me all these fairy tales, those special parties. They also had the knives and forks, but Marcus's family didn't really wear them, which is a bit confusing.
Yeah, but they don't have capes. We do. I'm assuming Amanita's still wearing her flannel.
No, she gave that to you, didn't she?
Yeah.
But she has her handmade one with the red cloak with the fur lining inside, and it's got the red hood that she uses to cover her face sometimes.
Maybe you need to billow a bit more. Maybe that's the difference. Careful you don't take off though.
But I'm already flying.
Look, Lucy was doing some wafting. And also don't do that near naked flames. You might cause a fire.
Don't I anyway?
Unintentionally.
That Lucy now has got an idea of how to start when he casts his fly spell. He's just going to waft his cape and away.
Get Varric as well to light you up as well.
An intimidation technique. He's peacocking, if you will.
I've now got a scene out incredible in my head where they talk the superheroes shouldn't wear cape
No capes.
because it's dangerous.
Sucked into an airship. Pulled to the bottom of the sea.
Trapped on. That's it.
So, what would you like to do?
Anyone got any general direction of where they want to go or what they want to see?
Oh, you're showing us around. It's all you.
Well, if I remember correctly, there's this old lady that used to run the general goods store. I wonder if she still runs it. So we should let's go see that. See if she's still.
Whoa.
So
Okay.
you go into this shop. Bell rings. You can smell like that smell you get in a greengrocer. Strange to the rest of fruit and what have you, stacked up. Looks like it's come from a cactus more than anything. I guess this is a good point to highlight that south of the mountains by Dragonsfoot, the heat is quite scorching. It's really hot through the day. There is not much wind either at this point. Nearer the coast you will get that, but like nearer the southern coast you'll get wind, but in a bit of sheltered bay that you're in, at the edge of not so much. But it's absolutely blistering. The ground is mainly sand. Because you're close to the coast, there is a little bit of greenery here and there, grass and stuff like that. Generally, any kind of fruit or anything like that, or any plant life that is kind of dominant is like cactuses. So there's this cactus fruit, and then there's like cheeses and kind of bladders of goat's milk that seems to be like soured and fermented for some sort of speciality dish. There is camping gear and explorer's gear. There is quite a bit of fishing gear as well, and raw mats and kind of other things that rope and tools and other things that adventurers need, and this candles and torches and what have you. And this lady kind of this old bent over dragonborn, looks absolutely ancient, comes in and she's got this like really thick pair of glasses on. She makes absolutely no reaction to you walking in the shop. What do you do?
So this is the general goods. If you're looking for anything to pick up that's generally general goods, I'm sure you can get it here.
Is it cooler in the shop now that we've gone in the shop?
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, she's like,
Oh, it's a lot cooler in here. Oh,
Oh yeah, I forgot to say it gets quite hot.
Lucy just starts wafting his cape. Great a breeze.
it's nice. Lucy, that's nice. This is nice.
The lady's busy writing on something and then eventually looks up. Oh. Sorry, I didn't hear you come in. Now, what can I do for you, fine young gentleman?
If anyone else has nothing to request from this lovely old lady, I would like to request 10 candles, camping supplies.
And candles?
Candles.
Candles? You mean like a bag to carry your tent in?
No, candles. Like, you light them when it gets dark. Candles.
Oh, candles. Why didn't you say?
Yeah, my bad, sorry.
Candles for tents, yes?
No, not for tents, but just for general use, yes.
Candles for the general's use. I didn't realise the general was here.
Yep, he needs them, like, right now. He gave me some money to give you for them. He needs 10.
Candles for use in the general tent.
Sure. Yep, that's exactly what I'm after.
How many would you like, dearie?
10.
I know it's for the tent, but how many would you like?
9. 9 plus 1.
10?
Yeah.
Why didn't you ask?
Apologies, I have a funny way of saying things.
Indeed you do. She heads off, picks 10 candles. I'm not sure these... I'm assuming these work in a tent. We don't do speciality candles for tent.
I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure they'll be fine. And camping supplies is what I need as well.
Camping supply. You're buying him a tent as well, are you?
Yeah, exactly. Buying him a tent and all the stuff to go with it.
So she heads off.
Turn to the group and just give him a stare.
I thought you knew.
I did. I'm not the same young boy I was once back then. And she probably doesn't remember. I'm sure it's fine.
Sorry. Is it there?
Must be my hair. It's not hair.
Lucy got excited for a minute because Varric admitted it was hair.
Oh, great. Look it up again. I've been unexpectedly disconnected.
As soon as you said 10 candles, I just had the two Ronnies sketch in my head.
So did I.
Oh, as soon as you said it, I was like, oh no.
To be fair, you fed it directly to me, didn't you? It's just like, you know where it's going. You know exactly where this is going, right?
Quick question for you, Wayne. Are we in the direction of where the other dragon said their parent flew? Or is that the other continent?
That is...
I know we met them in the other continent.
You would have hazarded a guess being east of you.
East of you, okay.
Because they headed southeast.
Mm.
And you're kind of like directly southeast.
Now recording.
Oh, Craig is back. Useless so-and-so.
That's it. Totally cutting his painting. That's it.
So, where were we?
We were just having a discussion about having no hair on their heads again.
Yeah, Varric admitted that he has hair.
It's not hair.
And she's like, she comes back. Here you go, darling.
Thank you. And how much is that?
3 gold?
I put 5 down.
Okay. What's her way?
You don't recognize him.
I was going to say, he looks quite familiar.
He could have been a bit hairier when he was younger, I guess, apparently. I don't know. Too intelligent troll, I'm sorry.
Well, maybe he had a transplant.
I didn't have a transplant. All my scales are here, and they're not hair. I'm directing this at Lucy, not the poor old lady that's being pulled into this situation.
All my scales are here, they're not there.
Okay. So, Jess, I'm assuming that I'm not going to bother doing a stealth roll because you won't see it. I'm assuming you've piled like spoons and hammers and sorts. All this is going on. But it's all just like random shiny metal, but nothing of worth as such. A few tent pegs, maybe. Okay. You do look familiar, though.
Yeah.
Are you from here?
I am. Yeah, it was a long time ago since I've been home though. So, yeah.
And your name?
Varric.
I wish you good day, sir.
Yep.
And she just looks away from you.
Let's go.
What did you do to her?
None. Let's leave.
Do I believe him?
Do an insight check.
Usually these are really low. It's fine.
Oh, I would like to do it as well. Soon.
Natural one!
You believe him. He's the
Okay.
salt of the earth. Just, you would, Amanita would eye him suspiciously. You feel he's hide. You've known him long enough that you.
There's something you're not telling us.
You wouldn't lie to us. It's fine. It's
I
just one of
know
those
Varric. I know Varric too well. He's hiding something. Were you dating her?
Varric's already outside the shop. He's just not listening. He's walked away.
So, where next?
Well, I don't know about you guys. You're free to roam around. I kind of give general directions for all the other shops and stuff. I'm gonna go take the stuff I've just bought for myself up to the ship.
What about the armor?
Well, it might not be as good getting that here.
Oh, okay, we'll wait.
Oh, can I ask you something?
What?
Was you dating her?
I was not dating that old lady.
I mean, it's not that old.
She's old enough to be his grandmother.
I have a follow-up question.
But
Was she your babysitter?
No. I don't know if you guys know this, but Dragonborn, you generally don't stay kids long. We have quite a quick youth cycle. We tend to get big fast.
That Lucy gets very uncomfortable and just walks away.
You're already quite big, Varric.
I mean, yeah, yep. Anyway, I gotta go back to the ship, so if you'll excuse me.
I'm either missing something or just don't have a mind in this. As far into as I thought I might.
That might have been my fault, I'm sorry. Okay.
I wouldn't be so hard on yourself.
No, Wayne. I'm gonna have to go in a minute anyway, so I'll put my character sheet there if anyone wants Lucy to do stupid things.
Cool.
I'll see you guys next week.
See you later, Charlie. Thanks for that. Cheers.
I didn't mean it. It just happened. I didn't mean it.
Oh,
See you later.
we have a half walked in then. Me bursting out laugh. Are you okay?
Oh dear. Right. So, on that note, so Lucy and Varric has headed back up to the ship. What is Lucy and Amanita doing then?
Oh god.
You're heading back up that way, or you?
I guess Lucy would probably run off somewhere. Amanita might just do some shopping.
Over the general store.
Yeah. She'll just have a look around, see if there's anything And then she'll... Yeah.
So there will be like other random shops like florists and but the florists will be like, you can buy a cactus with some flowers on it. Not like bunches of flowers. Potted cactuses more than anything, with and the odd orchid. There is a bank, but it's not your brand of bank. It's a Dragon's Claw bank. That's it, really. It's not a huge place, to be honest.
Fair enough.
There's the pub.
Nah, she'll probably head back to the airship, and upon heading back, she will then empty her hat and all the hammers that she stole, she'll then hand out to all the mechanics again.
There you go. I got you something. I thought it was nice and shiny, so you could do with a new one.
Involving the crew of our ship and crimes.
I'm guessing you do something similar with the spoon, the chef. The ship's cook. I take this as a bit of a peace offering, because you were messing up the floor this morning. So, I'm assuming you then go back to your rooms and stuff in the castle. And you get ready for the feast. Around 6 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening, you hear a gong chime, then another gong chime, and all around the building, all these gongs ring out, chime. After the gongs go out, lots of candles are lit throughout the building. Throughout the buildings, every window, apart from your own, seems to have a candle in it. You head down to the hall and you find the hall has been transformed. Long benches run down the hall. There are two or three tables at the head. The top table in the middle, Impetak and her archpriestesses, the high priestesses are sat around. Her Impetak being the archpriestess. And the others, the crew are sat to the table to the left, and you guys, your group, are sat to the table to the right. Lats is there with you, Cleo is there with you. Harmony is sat on your table as well, but closest to the high priestesses. There is a ceremony involving fire, people like fiery, like, I would say fire eaters, but not quite. It's like breath fire, but it's like channeling fire between different dragonborns, like the fire, like red dragonborn. One would think fire, the other one would kind of inhale the fire of, shoot out an even bigger burst of flames, which another one would then inhale and then shoot out, and till they end up with this big kind of like explosion at the end, which fills the kind of vast cavernous thing above you. You then get a load of blue dragonborn that do lots of kind of things with lightning and making pictures out of lightning in the air.
I would say, I'm not going to bother rolling, but Kursk would probably see that Lucy's about to get up and probably do his own fireworks and like pull Lucy down and like, no.
Lucy, no. So the then the food is presented. Lots and lots of exotic food, but also food that's been brought in from north, from Katan. So there's apples and things as well, which the Dragonborn see as a delicacy, even though it would be like to everybody else is just saying no. There's a large turkey type bird, but kind of like 3 or 4 times the size, that has been cooked and laid on each table. There's hams. There is lots of fish, both raw and cooked. There's beef. There is what you are told is camel as well.
I would say Lucy's probably putting half of this into the pants of holding.
1 ham, 1 camel steak, 1.
Yeah, you are
One giant bird.
Not quite sure he could fit the giant bird in his thing, but it might be a giant bird leg into his. A giant bird drumstick into his pants.
We'll have to let him know that is.
Oh dear, now I've got a picture of him sticking this giant bird thing and then sticking it out towards the thing going, I grow really quickly too.
Oh.
Toilet humour, sorry. I'll have to cut that out now.
I just see the other Dragonborn's face, it's just like horrified, like, what the hell is he doing?
Varric would just be rubbing his forehead, just trying not to look anymore.
After the meal, Imtak makes a speech, welcomes Harmony back to the fold. For a number of months, for a month or so at least. Everybody seems quite happy and joyous and pleased and relieved about the occasion. Imtak comes over after her speech and sits down, puts her arm round Harmony, says, enjoy your time here. Soon you will become of age and you will have to head west, have to head east. You won't get many more months here. Enjoy the time while you can, while you're home. And once again, she turns to the group. I thank you for bringing our talisman back to us. Harmony goes off and talks to somebody else, leaves you be. His life has been an interesting one. I believe he was brought to us for a reason. I remember the day he came to us, left on the doorstep with a note. His village had burned. There were 2 survivors, twins, boy and a girl. His sister's lost to us. Went her own way. Driven mad by the experience of the fire. She left in the night. How many stayed though? Showed some unique ability in sorcery. He thought it apt to learn how to control his powers. But we sent him, rather than sending him to Dragon's Claw and have him be took into military service before he comes of age, we sent him north. Catan. To the renowned sorcerers of the Sorcerer's Circle. They've sought him his way. Hopefully, he learned a lot. He assures me he has. And we have you to thank for his safe return. Today is a joyous day. As he's saying this, as she's saying this, an older white dragonborn approaches. Archpriestess. Not now. Yombad. Archpriestess, please, we must talk. I told you not now. Please. We need to get back to work. Everyone, this is Master Yombad Iodar. He is in charge of the search of the older parts, the unexplored areas. He has uncovered they've uncovered something which has spooked those at the dig. Noises. Scurrying. Something large, you hear. Wailing as well. In the catacombs, beneath the fortress. The rest of the priests no longer want to dig. But we search. We search for Newstadt's justice. Another artifact, an artifact sacred to our cause, our brotherhood. Young Badge, you speak too plainly in front of these outlanders. Well, I just thought they may be able to help, seeing as you don't seem to be getting any help from the military. The military have a lot of work to do guarding the northern gate. Like the crack dwarfs are gonna come from there. A day in the sun will... They'd be sunburned by now. They wouldn't come unless they dug below. Yes, well... There are more threats than just crag dwarfs to our lands. But seeing as Yombad has been open with you, How do you feel about trying to uncover the source of this disturbance?
I don't know about my associates here, but we don't tend to
I'm
work
guessing
for
Lucy would
free.
just say, yeah, sure.
Lucy, hold on. It's negotiations here. Don't just jump straight into it. We would love to help, but I don't want to go into help knowing that there might not be anything for us in it.
Of course, we'll be that. I agree with Varric on this one. We might want to prepare some things beforehand before we go rummaging around. Lucy.
I will make it worth your... It is a short trip down. There are priests that can aid should danger be found. Taking that into consideration, 500 gold pieces I will be willing to pay if you can uncover the source of this noise.
What if we got rid of the source altogether?
How do you know it is a cause for concern?
Knowing the type of adventures that my friends and I have been involved upon, things don't go as smoothly as I'd like to hope. So I kind of just expect the worst and hope for the best.
Amanita will pipe up and say,
Well, if you're willing to pay someone, it must be more dangerous than sending your own men.
Precisely.
We have a guard here. They are not the diggers. We tend to have the warrior priests guard the temples. We could send them there, should we wish. However, something tells me we'll get results. $500 gold.
on a roll to see if Lucy says anything. Got so many things open. Where is his intelligence? What did he roll?
Oh, he's being silly. 3 and a 5.
You hear them pipe up and shout out another higher amount. So
10,000.
What about 750? Not 10,000, Lucy. You can sit down, that's fine. 750.
Got a persuasion check.
Not 20.
Oh, we should have stuck with Lucy's suggestion.
10,000.
Just because you get a natural 20 does not mean it. It's all I've got to say. Well, or it doesn't mean that she'll agree exactly what you say. You drive a hard bargain. 700.
725.
725. 700 is my final offer.
I'm fine. 700's fine.
We'll escort you down there in the morning. In the meantime, please enjoy the festivities.
Anything
back.
about
With me.
what
Sorry,
it
what
could
was that?
be? Do you know anything about what it could be? So we're a bit more prepared.
I have no idea. I'm afraid. And Imtax dragging him off. Just sounds like something large scurrying like a big spider or something.
Well, I guess we got a new job to do. Our first quest in home.
I believe this could lead us to one of the artifacts of the domain, though,
Yeah.
by the sound of it.
Tell me again, Cleo and Lucy, what are we trying to get these artifacts, or are we just making sure they don't end up in the wrong place?
No, we need the artifacts. We have been hired to collect them in case to guard against higher beings being unleashed upon the earth, upon Titanis.
Right.
I think we should be following whatever leads we should get. We can get.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I'm just conscious of not wanting to take anything from anywhere that, well, I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say anyway. I don't want to try and take anything from my home which might cause trouble.
Indeed. Anyway, you seemed a little bit uncomfortable earlier. Is everything okay, Varric?
Yep. Who's at the table at the minute?
Just the party.
That's fine. I'm going to say this real quietly in front of all y'all. Lucy, not a word. Don't shout it out. Nothing. Please. Please. I remember that I might not be so popular around these parts, so if we could refrain from calling me my name for a minute, I would be mighty appreciative of that fact.
And what should we call you?
Dustin.
Dustin? Somebody's been watching too much Stranger Things.
I've not watched any Stranger Things. It's just a name I've pulled out. My go-to cover name for anything. Dustin.
Okay. Dustin.
Wow.
Why? It's a long story. I don't want to get into it at the dinner table.
Guessing Lucy would ask, did you rob a bank or something?
No, I didn't steal from anyone. It's a lot more complex than that. Like I said, call me Dustin for just now, and I'll explain the situation when we get into more private situation.
So is this why the shopkeeper reacted the way she did?
I didn't even realize you were there, Cleo. I totally blew over you and didn't even ask if you needed anything. So my apologies.
I was stealthy.
I can tell. Gives me a funny look.
The others informed me. I wasn't there.
Yeah, I see. Oof. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's getting pretty late, so I think I'm gonna head to my room. Good night.
I would say Amity is just practicing Varric's new name.
Dustin.
How are you today, Dustin? As Varric walks off, Cleo will turn around and say, "It must be something serious, given he is going to bed when there is still drink of."
Eric doesn't win. How do I put this? When there's something up with Eric, he always runs away.
In the background, you can hear Mark go, "Where are you going?" No. as Varric walks out, the whole room just turns and looks at Mark and, where's he gone?
Am I close enough to him to...
You've left the room.
I've left the room, okay, it's fine.
Where's he gone? It's just...
Oopsies.
He kind of comes over going, Where's Varric gone? I was wanting to drink it.
He's not Varric anymore. His new name is Dustin.
Dustbin?
Yeah.
Where you put rubbish?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like that.
Dustbin. It's Dustin. Just Dustin.
I think I preferred the first one.
Dustbin. Just Dustin. Why did he change his name? I think it's the Dragonborn thing. When they're in their homeland, they have different names.
I wish I had a different name.
And I'm guessing Lucy would turn around and say, "We could call you a different name. What could we call you?"
I have to think about it. I think I prefer my name anyway.
I'm guessing Charlie would come up with a name at this point, but I'm not going to.
I mean, there's loads of different versions of Amanita, so...
Dustin.
Dustin.
Farin.
No,
Dustin.
Dustin.
Just.
Yeah.
It just. Falls asleep at the table. Head in Varric's empty plate. There.
I don't know you guys, but I think it's time for bed.
Indeed. And with that, we shall leave it there for the evening, for the day.
Oh man. Oh.
We travel and roll, our intentions are